Hey, what's going on, guys? Dr. Jason Tirado here. So I just finished my workout, and I certainly hope you guys are working out in the morning. That if you do work out, that you make it a hard workout, because life in general is tough. And if you could work out in the morning and make your workout the hardest part of your day, then everything else after that is going to be easy. So if you are not working out or going, in the morning, hey, what's up, Gerardo? So if you're not working out first thing in the morning, then I urge you to start working out in the morning. There's no secret that the majority of successful people out there are working out in the morning. So even if you don't like it, nobody does. Well, some people love it. You got to work out first thing in the morning, and you certainly have to work out hard. Even me, like this morning, I went for a 3-mile walk, and then I came back and I did, let me see, probably about 40 pull-ups, and I did about 20, 40, 60, maybe 80 push-ups, and then I did about 40 hanging leg raises. And I'm 56, and so if I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it. So today we're going to talk about something that most coaches, consultants, practice management people, gurus, like, they never talk about this. We're going to talk about money, money and how it relates to success. So I hope there are other people out there watching this. Hope you can appreciate this, right? And I'll try to keep this short today, because I know sometimes I kind of ramble. If you ask anybody, any average person, any chiropractor in our profession, if you ask them what a successful business looks like, what are they going to tell you? They're going to tell you a practice that's making a lot of cash, a lot of cash. And so what is a lot of cash? 10,000 a month, 50,000 a month. I've done over 6 figures a month. What is a lot of cash? Regardless of who you talk to, they're always going to tell you it's a practice that's making a lot of cash. They don't think about the overhead, but they always say a practice that's making money hand over fist, right? And for the most part, that's like the only criteria that a lot of these chiropractors have, is money, cash. That's what it comes down to. And really, it doesn't even matter. They don't even think about the overhead. They don't think about what type of a practice it is. It could be a personal injury practice, work comp practice, cash practice, insurance practice. Regardless of whatever it is, no matter who I consult with, I know that whenever I ask them, what is your definition of a successful business, they say a business that makes a lot of cash. They don't talk about freedom. They don't talk about anything else. It's always making money. And so, and I'll tell you something. I used to think that way. I used to think that it was just about making money. But and to a lot of people, they still think that. But it's not really the truth. And it's not the truth for everyone. Because let's face it, right? You became a healthcare practitioner because what? What reason? Is it because you wanted to make money? Or is it because you wanted to make a positive impact on people's lives and change people's lives? Well, I remember, it's funny. I remember my first semester, or first or second semester in school. It was about changing lives. And then by the time we had gotten to, the 8th, 9th, or 10th trimester, and everybody was sick of classes, and everybody had crazy debt to pay. And I graduated. I know some guys are graduating with $250,000 in debt. I think I graduated with about $150,000 in debt. But by the time you get to your eighth try, maybe your 9th try, it's no longer about making a positive impact on your community. It's more about making as much cash as you can possibly make in practice, and then being able to pay it back. So, I get that. I totally get that. But for the most part, most of us got into chiropractic because we just wanted to make a positive impact on people's lives. Okay. We wanted to change people's lives. We wanted to do it naturally, holistically, spiritually. And so we start our practices, most entrepreneurial guys, and really, maybe this doesn't go for the associates, but we start our practices so that we could really have a better impact and on our communities, and so that we could begin that dream and start to reach more people out there that we could help. And of course, we want to be able to have a good life, for ourselves. We want to pay back our loans, and we also want to, if we have families, we want to create a good life for our family. But for you, success doesn't really, it doesn't come from, looking at the bank account and seeing the numbers inside the bank account. And I used to check my bank account all the time. I always wanted to know what was in my bank account every single month. But it really doesn't come from, but I'll tell you now, the success does not come from looking at the bank account and seeing a certain number there. And I remember even when I started my practice, my number that I wanted to see in my bank account was like 25 grand. I wanted to see that. And I also used to think that success came from having a very profitable business, right? But it doesn't come from that either. You know, um, you know, money. Money. So let me break it down. So money really, and I want you to truly understand this. Success comes from the life that you build from using that money, right? The money that you get from your business. I'm going to say that one more time. Success comes from the life that you build, that comes from the usage of that money. Okay. And so, how does your business help you build that life? Think about that for a second. And so, with money. But here's what you have to really understand about money. Money, just like your chiropractic adjustment table, just like your laser, just like your x ray equipment, money really, it's just a tool. That's all it is. It's just a tool to be able to achieve, um, to live the life that you want to live. And so just imagine, let me give you an example. Imagine, for example, you go over to Home Depot, right? Mm, I love black coffee. It's got to be good Costa Rican coffee. So let's say you go to Home Depot and you go to, let's say you go to one of the employees over there. Assuming you can find somebody in Home Depot in the aisles. I mean, Home Depot is the one place I can go to, and like literally there's aisles and aisles of equipment, but you can never find anybody available to ask, to ask where something is. But let's say you actually track somebody down, okay? And you ask them, hey, I'm looking for a saw, all right? And for the most part, the if they know what they're doing, right? That employee knows what they're doing. They're not just going to shoot out and go get a saw for you, right? They're going to ask you, okay, what kind of saw, you know, are you looking for? Well, yeah, most people don't know what kind of saw they're looking for. Well, they're going to say, okay, so what is it that you're looking to build? And most people have an idea of what they're looking to build. They'll ask you, what are you looking to do? What do you want to use the saw for? How large do you want the saw, right? And so the reason why they ask you these questions is obviously because if you go to Home Depot, they've got like 40 different saws. And so what they want to do is, if they're going to go get you a saw, they want to make sure they get you the right tool for the job. And so think about that for a second. That's an analogy, because that's the same question that you have to ask yourself about money and about making money. And so as a chiropractor, you have to realize that money is not the end objective for you. It's not. Money is really just the tool that you're going to use to be able to build the life that you want. The life that you want with you and your family. Money is going to be the tool that you use, like the saw, to build the business that you want to have. That's what money is. And you see, it's really what you'll use to just create memories, to start to have impact on people's lives. That's what money is. It's the tool that helps you achieve those things. And so, you can't think of money as, it's the end all and the be all to everything. And that's what I used to think. I used to think, well, I want to make $25,000. I want to have $25,000 in my bank. And you know what? I would get the $25,000 and I was like, okay, so what do I do now? Right? I didn't have that happiness in business. I didn't achieve what I thought I achieved what I wanted to achieve, but there was a lot more. I didn't feel right. And then even when I had $250,000 inside my bank, that wasn't the magic number for me either. I still didn't have that feeling inside me. There was still more work to do. It still was not the end all, the be all. What's going on, Rich? Great to see you. So let me kind of sum this up. And look, I know you're probably thinking, you're either thinking, well, that's because you've got money. You can say that now. No, because I realized this back when I didn't have any money. Okay. So because as I made money and as I achieved those goals, I still felt like there was more work to be done. So look, a little more coffee. Here's what I want you to do, okay? Here's what I want you to do. The next time that you start worrying about money and practice, and look, and I know everybody worries about money in their practice. I get that, right? I totally get that. But the next time you start worrying about money in your practice, what I want you to do is I want you to just take a step back for a minute, okay? And I know that's tough sometimes. And what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, why the hell do I need this money? Right? What is it? Why do I need X amount of dollars, whatever it is? Or why do I need to see, again, for me, when I started my practice, I told you I wanted to see $25,000 in the bank. I never asked myself why I needed to see $25,000 in the bank. That was just something that, I thought I needed to have. And that's right, Rich, money is definitely a commodity, man. It's also energy. It flows, right? Money flows. It flows into your hands and it flows out of your hands, all right? And you've got to let that pass through, Rich. But the next time that you start worrying about money, ask yourself, why do you need that money? And so ask yourself, is it so that you can see a bigger number inside your bank account? Right? Because again, that's where I was 27 years ago. Or ask yourself, or really, are you going to use that money to build a better life for you, build a better office for your patients, or to be able to have more so that you could actually give more? Because realistically, right, we're most happy not when we have things, because you could buy everything. The things that we want, it's almost like an insatiable appetite to want things, right? But when are we really most happy, right? And that's more than likely, it's when you're giving things away or when you're giving things to people, right? You see their faces, they're so happy, right? So ask yourself why you need that money. Is it so that you can, just see more money inside your bank? Or is it because you want to use that money so that you can live a better life and so that you can have a better office for you and your patients, or so that you can actually have more, so that you can actually start giving more to the people around you, right? Because that's what it's about. And, when you do that, you'll realize that money comes when you realize that it's just a thing that you use to fulfill your purpose, for your purpose, for your life, and for your business. And really, that's all it is. It's just like that saw. It's just like a hammer. It's just like your adjustment table. It's just like your x-ray. It's just like your class 4 laser, or even that high-priced ultrasound unit that Rich always talks about, right? It's just a tool to be able to get you to, where you want to go, to build a better life, so that you could ultimately be able to give more of yourself and give more to people in your, your loved ones, or even friends and family. All right. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. Again, we have a little more coffee. That's going to be it for today. My wife just came back from her walk, so I'm going to sit down. If any of this makes any sense to you, and I hope it does make sense to you. What's up, Nelson? Good to see you. I hope this does make sense to you. If if this makes sense, if it resonates with you, just hit like below. If you think other people need to listen to this, by all means, please share this with other people out there. And if you want to sit down, you want to build your practice. If you find that maybe you're stagnated, you need a little bit of help. By all means, I've been doing this for 27 years, and I struggled when I began my practice. Right, money was everything when I started my practice. Trust me, and it was for a long time. Right, and I realized, like Rich said, money is just a commodity. Money is like energy; it just kind of flows through. But I realized that money was really just a tool for getting the things and trying to and really having the lifestyle that I wanted to have. And then money was also a tool that I used to be able to give more to people, right? Give more to people. And that's what it was really about for me. So that's it for today, guys. Peace. I love you. Take care of yourself and have a happy July 4th. Really. And praise God. I give all glory to God for everything that I have. Thank you.